Hey, peaceful people, what's going on, y'all? So, today we are talking and having a deep dive about oil. Y'all, I've been waiting to update this video for a minute now, and this is the day I am going to do it. I posted a detailed video on oil in around 2022, 2023 or so, and it was about 3 to 5 minutes long. It gave you just the regular deets, but today I am deep diving into Oya, her energy, her ashe, her devotees, and everything, y'all. I went deep on this one because I really attuned to Oya. And on the basis of the comments that I received off that video, a lot of you guys do as well. So I decided to do a updated video to get you guys fast forward on Oya, a lot more information, a lot more clarity, yeah, on today. So I do urge you, if you know about informational videos, to jot it down, write down these gems, or you could just save this video. Make sure you are watching to the end. It is a lot of information. All right, let's get into it. Hello riders, hello, how are you, and welcome to my channel. This is Lady Vasori, and let's get ready for the ride. Y'all, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. So if you have just joined me off of the strength of this title or the video images, hi, I am Lady Vasori. I am the owner and operator of Visions by Vasori, which is an online spiritual botanica, and I do a lot of works for people. Y'all go check that out. Before we jump in, I want to be really clear. I am not by any way initiated in any Orisha tradition. I am Hoodoo, and I have never personally worked with Oya. I want to. She's been on my mind. She's been in a lot of people's dreams and showing up all around me lately and within her ashe. What I am sharing today is based on my own research. It's based on my own studies and what I've learned from elders, books, and the spiritual community, basically. This ain't coming from a place of authority, never. It's all out of respect. It's all out of curiosity and a real love for the work and the occult. All right, let's go ahead and dive deep into Oya together from a place of learning and honoring. Y'all go on and grab, I got my water because I already know. I was eating some spicy queso, what are these? Ritz bites. These are amazing. But let's get into this. The real deal of Oya and her attributes. Oya ain't no lightweight. She ain't never a lightweight. She's not just a storm goddess or a pretty face in African spirituality. Oya is the winds of change, transformation. She is the cyclone or the tornado that tears up what's dead and brings in new life. Now, in the Yoruba tradition, she's an Orisha of storms, cemeteries, transformation, and marketplace business. In the diaspora, she shows up in Hoodoo. She's going to show up in New Orleans voodoo. She's going to show up in Santeria, Candomblé, and beyond. Now, let's talk about some of her attributes. Storms, tornadoes, lightning. Me, I'm a wind lover. Powerful winds that will clear out stagnation. She is the guardian of the cemetery gates. She is the goddess of transitions between death, rebirth, and sudden breakthroughs. She is associated again with the marketplace, or what we call commerce, the hustle and bustle, the exchange of goods. She's attuned to deep purples, burgundy, copper, and sometimes reds and brown. Her numbers is 9, She will implement to machetes. She implements brooms, copper, eggplants. She is the fierce protector of women, especially widows and those of you that are standing alone. Oya don't play favorites at all. She never plays games either. She's gonna come through to clear what needs clearing. Internally and externally. She gonna clear it out. You hear me? She will move you out of stuckness, but you might lose some things you thought you needed in the process. Speak on it, Lady V. Tell the people about it. Eels. If you ask for change, say you're asking for change. You know you might get more than you bargained for with Oya. And I'm going to tell y'all something honestly, because that's all I got. These are the same attributes that make me feel such a strong pull towards Oya. Even though I'm not initiated and have never worked directly with her. This is what I be talking about, this type of ashe. In another timeline, could be next, I could be a devotee to her. Oya is everything I embody in my own walk. Let's talk about that. Calling out what needs to go, because I'll call it out and cut it off in a minute. Not sugarcoating the message. I don't do that either. We're not doing no babying over here. Moving through grief and loss to get to freedom. That's me. Making space for real, not just surface level change. That's me all day. Remember, I just said it. Oya don't play favorites by personality. I don't play favorites either. I play loyalty. She's going to align with those who are honest, those who are bold and willing to stand in the middle of the storm and do what needs to be done. Lady V, 100%. Is that you? Is that you? I know it. And if that's your path, you're going to resonate with her whether you ever pour a libation or set up an altar. You're going to resonate with Oya. So for anybody listening who feels that same pull, just know it's not about perfection or ritual. It's not. It's about being willing to transform and being willing to let spirit do the clearing, no matter how hard it might look at first. She'll clear it out. She'll clear it out. That's the Oya way. You hear me? And that's why I honor her energy so freaking much. I honor Oya so much. Okay? We're going to go and segue into her symbols, her offerings, and some signs. And this here is going to be big for you to resonate with Oya. Now, Oya's color is purple or like a deep burgundy, sometimes red, brown, or copper, but her colors are more like a burgundy magenta, purple, deep burgundy type of colors. Her number is 9. She is totally associated with wind, lightning, storms, tornadoes, and again the marketplace. Now in Hoodoo, my walk, you might see Oya worked with alongside the ancestors at graveyards, burials, or you may see Oya called on for justice and business breakthroughs. You know what I'm saying? Some offerings for Oya. Let's talk about that. Oya likes eggplants. She likes red wine, plums, copper, purple flowers, and spicy foods. If you're building an altar, I want y'all to remember this. Keep it simple and respectful. A purple cloth, her favorite foods, copper coins, and a glass of water is simple and respectful for Oya. And remember this always, less is more if you're just starting out. Less is more if you're just starting out. What matters to you should be respect. What matters in all of this should be respect. Alright, we're going to go over some signs that she is near you. Sudden wind gust, powerful dreams, thunderstorms, or even being drawn to cemeteries or marketplaces. Okay? I love to go to flea markets and that type thrifting, that type of energy. You might also get a message in your dreams or wake up feeling a storm inside of you to change something. That's Oya. That's me all the time. Oya's lesson is going to make you change, have courage, and cut ties. If you're working with Oya, know she is the mother of 9, spiritually speaking. This means she governs cycles of completion and new beginnings. She's not going to sugarcoat your lesson. Oya will push you to release what's dead, relationships, habits, old fears, so you can step into what's next. A lot of y'all in the comments ask about Oya and fear. You fear storms, you fear death, you fear drastic changes. Let me say this too. Oya is not to be feared, but she is to be respected. Me all day. Now, I'm going to piggyback on that right there. She's going to teach you to stand in your power even when everything around you is falling apart. If you guys have ever worked with me, you know that's my Ashe. Chasing after men, chasing after love, chasing after energy. You're going to stand in your power. Even if things are falling apart around you, that's real transformation. That's what I'm talking about. Oya is not to be feared, but she is to be respected. But if she's not respected, then you will gain fear. Hello? That's it. That's the word. All day long. So, Oya's energy isn't about picking and choosing who gets blessed. It's about aligning with her principles. Okay, y'all? That's why even though I'm not initiated and I don't serve her directly, I feel a deep connection because of the attributes, the Ashe she carries are the ones I live by. Working with Oya means facing what's holding you back, surrendering to deep change, and trusting that even when things feel out of control, Spirit is making space for your next level up. If you truly want her help, be ready for the winds to blow away everything that's not serving your growth. Be ready for it. It'll get rid. It's going to clear your space. You might not get to pick what leaves, but trust. It's always for your highest good, even if you can't see it yet. That's the kind of radical root pulling transformation Oya is going to bring to you. She doesn't just move the dust around. She clears the whole field. She going to plant new stuff. She going to give you new seeds. You hear me? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and segue into community questions. And we're going to shift into some of the questions y'all have posted on my channel. Y'all, these are real questions from folk who are curious. They're feeling called or they're trying to move with respect. Let's talk through them. Let's go ahead and see what we got, y'all. I put them down. Some of the community posts. I had a couple of them as well. We're going to talk about them once I get to them. All right, here go one. From the time I started researching the Orishas, I was stuck on Oya. My number is 9. If you're feeling drawn to her number or colors, y'all pay attention. Sometimes Spirit will catch your eye with numbers. Spirit will catch your eye with synchronicities, colors, or repeated signs before you even know why. Let's break that down a little deeper. Oya's number is 9, right? 9 is all about completion. cycles ending, and clearing space for new beginnings. If you keep seeing nines, it may be a nudge. It may be a nudge. Something needs to be finished. Something needs to be not dragged into your new season because it's dead. Release it. If you keep feeling stuck on Oya, it might mean you're in a phase where transformation is needed. A radical transformation like now. And if you're being nudged by spirit to stop resisting the changes in your life, you need to start what? Listening. So what should you do when these signs keep showing up? You need to acknowledge the sign, never brush it off as just coincidence. Say it out loud. Okay, I see you. What do I need to release, or what do I need to complete? Because some of y'all just need to release some things. You need to complete some things. I would say reflect, journal about what's ending in your life or feeling stale. 9 is a closing number, so ask yourself what needs to be released. You need to create like a simple offering or a gesture. You can set a glass of water with a purple or copper object by your bedside. You can light a candle and thank Oya for helping you see what needs to move. Don't ask for anything yet though. You're just honoring. Just acknowledge and show respect. You can also pray or meditate. You might say, Oya, if you are walking with me in this season, reveal what I need to let go of. So basically you can step into what's truly meant for you. Do it. You need to be walking in your season anyway, y'all. Okay? You need to pay attention to your dreams and your feelings. If you start dreaming of storms, wind, ceremonies, of cemeteries, people being buried, or you feel a sudden urge to clean out your space, act on it. That's Oya energy moving, baby. Don't rush to claim. This is another big one. Just because you're drawn to Oya doesn't mean you have to declare yourself a devotee. Sometimes spirit uses her energy as a lesson, not as a permanent assignment. Okay? Real talk. When spirit keeps pointing you to a certain Orisha, a Luwa, or a deity, it's rarely by accident. Rarely. Okay? But always move slow, y'all, and respectfully. Ask for clarity. Pay attention. And let the relationship build naturally. Just like you would with me. Just like you would with a new boo. Just let it be natural. Okay? Honor before requesting. Okay? Another community question or statement was, I thought Wednesday was Oya's day. Yeah, you're right. Wednesday is most commonly recognized as Oya's day in Yoruba and the diaspora traditions. It is. It really is. Now that question was pinned to that video that I did. I didn't see it as shade, but let me make things clear. They were right. Wednesday is most commonly recognized as Oya Day in Yoruban traditions. That's when folks set aside time to honor her, make her offerings, or sit with her energy. Okay, you'll see people lighting candles. They're wearing purple or deep red and tending altars on Wednesdays. Wednesday is a day associated with winds of change. It's associated with new beginnings and moving blockages up out of your way, right? In the middle of the week when folks need a spiritual push. Hump day, Wednesday. But traditions bend and stretch, y'all. They do. In some houses, especially in New World traditions like Candomblé, Santeria, or Santeria, New Orleans voodoo, Hoodoo, you'll also see people working with Oya on Fridays. Why Fridays, Lady V? Hold on, be still, be patient. Let me tell you. That is a special day for justice works, closing cycles, or ancestor veneration. Fridays. Now, why the difference? every house and lineage got its own flow. Some follow strict Yoruban week cycles, others blend with local customs or what the ancestors practiced after the Middle Passage. Y'all stop putting people in a box. Stop it. If your family or your teacher worked with Oya on a certain day, that's just as valid as what a book says. Spirit may call you on a day that ain't traditional. Trust your direct connection. The best day is the one you feel most in sync with Oya's energy. Okay? So we're not in the comments saying, oh, it's Wednesday, it's Friday. That is what it is. When you say Wednesdays, it's Yoruban most of the time, but Fridays as well. Now I want to give guidance for beginners. You're beginners. If you're just starting, try honoring her on Wednesday. Sit in prayer, light a purple candle. I brought one out too. Sit in prayer, light a purple candle, or make a simple offering. See how it feels. If you get the urge to honor her on Friday, don't ignore it. Sometimes Spirit calls you outside of the guidelines. Okay. We don't have to put things in a box, y'all. It's not written in stone, but it's written. Consistency matters more than the day. Oya honors intention and truth, not just the calendar. Bottom line, move with respect, trust your spirit, and don't get stuck thinking there's only one right way. Oya will let you know when you're aligned. That's it. That's all for that. Another question was, why can't I wear flowers? In my last video, I talked about Oya and flowers. She's not soft. I'm wearing flowers now, yes, but let's dumb it down. This comes from old tradition and observation. In a lot of lineages, Oya is known for her fierce, stormy energy. She's not seen as soft. She's not seen as sweet in the typical way some other orishas might be. Sweet, delicate, fragrant flowers are usually given to orishas like Oshun, who loves honey and sweetness, or even Yemaye, who loves white, blue, and I would say common floral scents. Oya's vibe is about strength. It's about survival. It's about withstanding the storm. Okay? She's the spirit of the cemetery gates, the market hustle, the lightning strike. So within that being said, that's why her devotees or people working with her often avoid wearing or offering sweet, perfumey flowers. They often avoid wearing floral prints, not because it's wrong, but because it doesn't line up with her energy. That's why we spoke that in that last video. Instead, people might wear or offer hardier plants. I want y'all to think purple status, purple. Marigolds are hard. Not in a sense, but they are like they withstand. Or even wildflowers, they thrive in rough weather. You can use copper, you can use eggplants, you can use spicy herbs, things that withstand and even thrive through struggle and storms. That's the guidance. Here's the real spiritual thing. Some houses are very strict about wearing the floral and the attributes, while others are flexible. Okay? What matters the most is intention and discernment and learning the deity. If you're truly being led to offer a certain flower, ask for a sign, ask for a dream, ask for confirmation first. Always start simple. Again, I'm going to give this again. A glass of water, a purple cloth, or a hardy plant, or add both of them. It'll work. If you're unsure, keep it basic and respectful. Okay? If you love flowers and you want to honor Oya, try wearing or offering wild, wind blown, or long lasting blooms. Try that. If your spirit feels checked, or you noticed offerings getting rejected, like they're wilting, they're feeling off, switch it up and try something sturdier for Oya, because she'll let you know. She won't take it. Okay? I'm going to go over some approved flowers and plants, because that right there will get you a little bit like, wow, I don't know what to do. Let's go over that. Purple status is a plant that is hardy, it's wind resistant, it's long lasting, it is symbolizing survival and strength. Marigolds, y'all can do like purple marigolds, deep foliage. It is used for both strength and ancestor veneration. It's going to stand up to harsh conditions. African violets are good. It is deep purple, they're hardy, and blooms even with little care. Wildflowers. Any strong, wind-blown, or weed flower that can thrive where others can't is good. Y'all think about it too. How do you say it? Kale, like that purple looking kale, or cabbage, purple cabbage, it represents resilience and stands up to storms. A lot of people use eggplant. I hear eggplant all the time. Not the flower, but Oya loves eggplant. The whole plant can be offered. Whole plant. Yarrow. Yarrow is used for protection, is used for strong and strength, and can be survive drought or storms. Now let's talk about what to avoid. I'm hungry, y'all. Avoid delicate, overly sweet, perfumey, fragile flowers like roses, gardenias, lilies. They are usually reserved for Oshun or Yemaye, not Oya. Now, how to read Oya's yes or no on her offerings. If the flowers stay fresh longer than expected or look especially vibrant, take it as a yes. If they wilt fast, turn brown, or they seem to reject the space, that's a no, or a sign to switch it up. Sometimes you'll get a dream. For me, I am not an active dreamer. Y'all know that. But you'll get a gut feeling too. Or you'll get a strong inner nudge about what to offer. Always trust that over tradition. Trust your instinct over tradition. Let me know in the comments if you want a longer list or more tips on reading signs from your offerings. Okay? All right. Another community statement or question is, seeing Papa Legba, Oya, and Yemaye in a dream just this morning, trying to figure out what it means. All right. When multiple spirits show up, pay attention to how they interact. Pay attention to what is said and how you feel at that moment. Sometimes it is a call to study, gain knowledge. Sometimes it may be confirmation you are on the right road. Always study. Okay? Always study. Always study. Always gain knowledge. Sometimes it is confirmation, y'all. Study the three or whoever came to you in a dream. Another community post is, it's funny. I'm scared of all those things. I'm scared of change. I'm scared of storms, cemeteries. But Oya came to me in a dream as a golden female warrior. Wow. Oya often shows up as strength in the face of what scares you. Sometimes she will come in as the courage you need, not just that storm. That is what I'm saying to you. apply it. We're going to go into working with Oya, do's and don'ts. All right? Do, approach her with respect. Keep your altar or your offering area clean. Speak clearly and directly. No need for flowery words with Oya. Do, be honest about what you want to change. Oya loves authenticity. She loves genuosity. She loves that, okay? Don't ask for transformation if you ain't ready for what might get cleared out. I'm telling you right now. She will move people. She will move situations, even jobs, if that's what's needed. Don't try to buy her favor. Oya works with those who are willing to grow, not those who want a quick fix. Attuning, Lady V, me all day. Loyalty, what you trying to fix? You can't buy me. I love the gifts, but I need to see your loyalty. This is going to be a bonus. We're going to drop down to this. The story why you never mix Oya with Oshun or Yemaye. People don't tell you this, but I want y'all to know this is not a superstition. It's deep spiritual law that runs through Yoruba, Santeria, Kamdoble, and even Hoodoo influence practices. Okay? These orishas are not just spirits. They're powerful energies, each with their very own personalities, their very own mythologies and relationships. Let's go to the roots. Oya and Oshun. Let's talk about them too. Please do not do this. Oya and Oshun are both wives of Shango in the old stories, but their energies are night and day. Oya is the storm, the wind, the cemetery, fierce transformation, death, and rebirth. Oshun is sweetness. She's rivers, she's beauty, she's fertility and love. She can be something too, but two different types of energies. In the Pataki, which is the sacred stories, Oya and Oshun had rivalries, mostly over their relationship with Shango, but also just how their powers operate. They do not mesh. They're not enemies in the way humans feud. Let's get that together. But their energy clashes. Oshun is gentle water and honey. Oya is the wind that stirs up the water and brings the storm. But put them together, and you create a spiritual conflict. Think of it as a thunderstorm over a quiet river. The water is going to get muddy, the peace gets disturbed, and neither energy can fully address you or bless you because they're fighting for space. Can't do that, y'all. Never put these two together. Only if you are venerating the 7 African power is when they can all be together. Let's talk about Oya and Yemaye. Same thing with Oya and Yemaye with Oya and Oshun. Yemaye is the mother of the oceans. She has a deep nurturing, she has patience, and she is a steady force. I can be that as well. Oya is change, movement, destruction, and renewal. Yemaye is mothering, nurturing, patience, and steady force. In the stories, Oya and Yemaye sometimes disagreed over how to move energy and how to handle conflict. Again, not hate, but very different powers. When you put both on one altar or mix their waters, you disrupt the flow. Yemaye likes stability and peace. Oya brings movement and upheaval. The two can wash out each other's blessings or make your work stall, backfire, or even bring chaos into your world. You hear me? If you have done this, what happens if you ignore this spiritual balance? Offerings can go bad fast. Water will turn cloudy. Flowers may wilt. Food molds. Even when you just set it down, it doesn't take a day or two. It molds fast. Blessings will be blocked. Your prayers will hang in the air. You will see no results, or things go left in your life unexpectedly. Arguments again, confusions at home. You're going to have discord, sharp words, or tension between women in your space. Okay? Because those energies are fighting in the spirit. You can also have unexplained losses or reversals. Sometimes you might even lose money. You may lose relationships. You may lose opportunities you thought you were manifesting, because the Orishas can't agree on what you are calling in. Need more? Let's keep going. Vivid dreams or warnings. You may start dreaming of storms, floods, or you may see Oya or Oshun and Yemaye in dreams, both angry or silent, showing you they don't want to share. Ain't no sharing. Ain't no sharing. I'm big Oya. I'm big Oya. I'm big Oya energy. I don't share shit. I don't like to share my clients, my community, my people. Listen, that's just what it's going to be. The lesson is each Orisha is due their own space, their own altar, their own water and offering. Period. You can honor them all, but never together. Set up separate glasses of water, even if you only have a small altar. Put a cloth or barrier between them. But I'm not saying put them on the same altar. Not these. I'm saying the ones that can go together. Never mix it. Give them their own candles, their own flowers, their own food. Never mix. If you're working in a shared space, rotate the work. Do Oya's work on her day. Clear it away. They honor Oshun or Yemaye on theirs. If you ever feel confusion, blockage, or something just clear off, or it's just off, clear your altar, apologize, and start fresh with one at a time. And please apologize for the disrespect. Basically, final talk. Let me tell y'all, this is never about bad luck. It's about respect. Just like you don't want people mixing your business with somebody else's drama, the Orishas want their offerings and attention focused. When you honor this boundary, because y'all know I got boundaries to me too, your blessings going to flow stronger and your work is going to be clean. If you want to connect, again, start small. A prayer, a purple altar cloth, a glass of water, and an honest conversation at her altar. Listen for her answer. It may again come in a dream, a gust of wind, or a strong urge to finally let something go. We're going to go into book recommendations as well. Y'all know I ain't going to leave y'all with no books. Y'all know that. Y'all know that I'm going to give you, because that is what it is. If you want to study Oya or Orisha ancestor work in general, here's what I keep on hand and I recommend. These were also mentioned in my Papa Legba lesson, because real study crosses over everything that I do. I pulled two. These two are going to give you Oya right here, okay? Not necessarily, but these two is going to give you Oya. Take from it what you need and leave what you don't. This one here is Powers of the Orisha, Santeria, and the Worship of Saints. And this one here is 7 African Powers, the Orishas. I've had both of these books for a very, very, very long time. If you need them and you can't find them, reach out to me. I can get them from my people, and I will load it in my shop if you would like one of these copies, okay? Or your very own copy from me. Oya is very detailed in these books. Let's take this one for example. This one. In this book, it's going to give you an offering to Oya. You could do non-eggplants, and some palm oil. This is palm oil, y'all. Okay. And I'm not going to give y'all the whole offering, but it gives you that for Oya. It is also going to give you an Oya potpourri and Oya information. Okay. Oya is the ruler of winds, tornadoes, hurricanes, and the burial place of the dead. Oya is the Orisha of change. She brings down the dead wood to make room for the new. Her feast days is February the 2nd, because y'all need to know this. Her planet is Uranus. Her astrology is Capricorn and Scorpio. Her chakra is the third eye. Her corresponding gemstones is amethyst, black opals, garnets. Her animals are bats, deer, purple martins, sparrows, dragonflies, fireflies, and water buffaloes. And her equivalent strength are all strong warrior goddesses such as Greek goddess Athena, Hindu goddess Kali, and Hawaiian goddess Pele. In this book right here, let me give y'all just a little bit. It talks about her feast day. It talks about this Orisha is identified with the thunderbolt, fire, and wind. She is the embodiment of all types of turbulence and creates tempests, hurricanes, and tornadoes, whenever she is enraged. Unlike Chango, she represents thunder and the lightning bolt as it falls from heaven. Oya represents the thunderbolt, which is crackles as it zigzags across the sky. Let's see. She unleashes violence of nature and the destruction it leaves in its wake. Let's see. I'm not going to give y'all all of that. Her colors, all colors except black. Her main color is wine. She likes flowery prints herself, which her initiates or devotees must never wear. We're talking about the Friday and the Wednesday, which is chosen by the Orishas to afflict punishment on those days who have broken the law. That's resonated on Fridays. Let's talk about her foods. White rice with eggplant, a small ball made of pigeon peas, rice with fish, rice with corn, rice with sesame seeds, rice with black beans are also among her favorite foods. Oya also loves yams and chocolate pudding. Among her sacred animals are she-goats, pigeons, black hens, and guinea hens. Some of her herbs are, it's in Spanish, so we're going to bypass that. Let's see. We're not going to talk about her initiations. You have to get this book in order to read that. A cleansing, it gives you a cleansing to dispel evil using eggplant and requesting Oya. It gives you that. It gives you an ebo for money. And it talks about her in deep detail in this book right here. So these are the two that has the most information about Oya in them. Grab those books. Now y'all, before I let y'all go, let's get one thing clear again. Oya ain't no one note energy. She got layers to her, baby. Oya don't move just one way. She got 23 paths, 23 different faces she can wear. And you never know which side of her you gonna get. That's me. Sometimes it's Oya Yansa. Well, she has a lot of different names. Each path has its own power, y'all. Each its own purpose, its own way of tearing things up and putting them back together. So if you thought you had Oya all figured out, think again. She has 23 different energies. And don't get it twisted. Oya's life been full, it's been real and hard earned, a lot like mine. She's been married 3 times, well, not 3, 2, to Ogun, the Iron King. She was married to Shango, the Fire and Thunder, and to Oku, the Grower, the one who brings harvest after the storm. She struggled with barrenness for years, but with Oku, she became mother of 9. That's real root work. Waiting, believing, and then Spirit opened the way. So when you see that number 9, or if you keep hearing it in your dreams, know Oya is talking. She's talking loud. Oya is the river too. The Niger River. She don't just bring the storm, she brings the water that gives life after the dust settles. And if you ever see a buffalo, know you're seeing one of her most sacred symbols, the buffalo. In Yoruban tradition, nobody serving Oya is allowed to harm a buffalo. That's how deep that respect runs. Deep. So don't let nobody tell you Oya is simple or just storms. She is history, she's legacy, and unstoppable. She's the kind of spirit you respect or you step back. Because once she comes through, you'll never be the same again. And that's the blessing. That's the blessing. She will change your life. If you got something out of this video, drop a comment, share your story. Make sure you guys hit subscribe, please, because this is the kind of truth that ain't easy to come by. It ain't. That's my deep dive on Oya, y'all. This is it. I felt like I put in a lot of information in a little bit of time, and it's still more. Again, I'm not initiated and I don't serve Oya directly. So if you are, or if you've had a personal experience, I want y'all to share them in the comments so we can all learn. My goal is always to spread understanding, not information, and to honor these spirits and these ancestors and the traditions the right way. Okay? I'm only offering knowledge and understanding. If this lesson helped you, again, y'all, like, subscribe, drop your thoughts, drop your questions below. Support. It is greatly appreciated. If you want more, I've got some things going on. I don't know who I'm going to do next, y'all. I don't know. I know I haven't done a shoon. I have done... No, I think I've done a shoon and I haven't done Yemaya. It's been since 2022 since I've jumped in Orisha and deities. But it's going down. I'm updating. I'm loving it. I love the research. I love to give knowledge. That's just what it is. I want y'all to stay rooted, stay humble, and keep seeking knowledge. Much love to you, and Ashe. Bye, y'all. Enjoy.